Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are all over the world. Welcome back to my channel. It is still your one and only 24/7 news boss. We are here to bring you another fresh update concerning the IPOB. And if you are joining us for the first time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like and share this video, and also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our breaking stories. In today's update, we will bring you a major development in the long-running trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. On this day, Monday, October 27, 2025, the courtroom drama took a new turn as Kanu, who is now representing himself, stood before Justice James Omotosho, calm, confident, and unshaken. As the court resumed sitting today in Abuja, Nnamdi Kanu, dressed in his usual white attire, was seen walking into the courtroom with a composed manner. This marks one of the rare moments in recent Zoo Nation judicial history where a high-profile defendant is representing himself without a legal team. Recall that Kanu's legal team withdrew from the case weeks ago, citing several undisclosed reasons. Since then, he has chosen to stand on his own, defending himself against multiple federal charges related to alleged terrorism and secessionist activities. Addressing the media before entering the courtroom, Kanu made a strong statement of faith, declaring, "God in heaven is the God of justice." Those words echoed through the courtroom, drawing reactions from both supporters and critics alike.
What's the lying news agency of Nigeria? Are they here? Those liars and deceivers, are they here? That distort the news. You don't know what law is. You don't know what justice is. Where's the news agency of Nigeria? What are they? You don't know that God is a God of justice. You don't know that? That God in heaven is a God of justice. You don't know that?
During this section, Kanu also frowned at a recent report by a correspondent from the news agencies of the Zoo Nation. He accused the agency of misrepresenting him in a previous report, describing it as biased and untruthful. While he didn't go into much detail, he made it clear that he was disappointed by what he described as an attempt to distort the truth. According to him, the world will soon know the truth and justice will prevail. This statement sparked discussions online as many of his supporters viewed it as another sign that the media is being used to manipulate public opinion about his case. At the last sitting on October 24, the court had adjourned till October 27 for Kanu to open his defense. He had earlier informed the court of his intention to summon witnesses to testify in his favor. But when proceedings resumed today, things took a different turn. Kanu announced to the court that after carefully reviewing the entire case file, he was convinced there was no valid charge against him. He described the entire trial as unlawful, arguing that there was no need to proceed with any defense since, according to him, the prosecution had failed to establish any credible case. Justice James Omotosho, who presided over the matter, then directed Kanu to file a written address to that effect and serve it to the prosecution. However, the judge cautioned him, reminding him of the implications of foregoing witnesses and advised him to consult legal experts before taking such a critical decision. After a tense moment, the court adjourned the case to November 4, 5th and 6th, when both sides are expected to adopt their final written addresses, marking what could be the last phase of this long legal battle.
Because you said here, my lord, that the defendant has now applied for bail. Now, as I've said earlier, there is a decision of the court taking into consideration all the constitutions laid down in Muhammad Abacha v. State. At this stage, I am of the opinion that to make or take a stand on the bail application without first hearing and determine the issue that is glaring in the face, which is the absence of the defendant from the court since 25th of April 2017 until he was produced on the 29th of June. My lord, this was exactly what the Supreme Court did. They said that he did not jump there. These criminals came to my house to kill me. That's what the Supreme Court said. This is in your own court, my lord. So I cannot understand, my lord, why my trial will be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria that said I must have free and unfettered access to my counsel. It's here. This is the law.
This latest development has thrown the political space into confusion. Many are asking, what happens next? If Nnamdi Kanu stands firm on not calling witnesses, will that weaken his case or strengthen it? Within political circles, opinions are divided. Some believe Kanu's confidence reflects that he knows something the public doesn't. Perhaps evidence that the prosecution's case has indeed fallen apart. Others, however, worry that this could be a strategic mistake, leaving him legally vulnerable. Across the southeast, tension is building once again. There are reports of anxiety in major cities like Enugu, Aba, and Onitsha as residents fear possible protests or unrest, depending on how the court rules in the coming weeks. In markets and public gatherings, conversations revolve around one question: will Nnamdi Kanu ever be free? Among the citizens, reactions are sharply divided. Some supporters describe his move as bravery at its peak, saying that Nnamdi Kanu has finally chosen to confront the system directly with truth as his weapon. One supporter in Umuahia told our reporter he is not afraid, he knows the law is on his side. This is faith, this is courage. But not everyone agrees. Critics argue that his decision to stand alone without legal assistance is too risky, especially in a complex case like this. A resident in Abuja said, "This is not a movie. You don't fight the government in court without lawyers. It is gamble." Legal analysts are also divided. Some say Kanu's confidence may come from the weakness of the evidence presented so far. According to Barrister Chioma Eke, a constitutional lawyer, if he feels there is no prima facie case against him, it is his right to demand the court to dismiss the charges outright. But another expert, Barrister Okechukwu Nnamdi, cautioned, representing oneself in a high-profile trial like this can be dangerous. Legal technicalities can make or break a case. The judge's advice to consult experts should not be ignored. Political analysts, on the other hand, say the trial can become a symbol of the Southeast's frustration with the system, and that whatever outcome emerges will shape the region's political direction for years to come. By choosing to forgo witnesses, Nnamdi Kanu is taking a major risk. If the court finds any loophole in his written defense, it could work against him. The stakes are high, not just for him, but for millions who see his trial as a test of fairness and justice in the zoo nation's legal system. As the next court date draws closer, all eyes will once again be on Abuja. Will this be the final chapter of Nnamdi Kanu's trial or the beginning of another legal storm? This is 24/7 News Boss, giving you the full story in clear and simple terms. Nnamdi Kanu's trial continues and the nation watches with uncertainty. Now, my people, I want to ask you, do you think Nnamdi Kanu made the right choice to defend himself? Should he have called witness to testify in his favor? And what do you think this trial means for justice and unity in the Zoo Nation? Tell us what you think in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to 24/7 News Boss for more verified news stories. Until next time, stay informed, stay safe.